OzBus was created with a desire to go overland from London to Sydney. We're now in our 4th year and on our 20th trip. London to Sydney is a 3-month adventure and transits through 16 different countries. What's great with these trips is we have a whole host of different nationalities and an age range that is from 18 to 80. We also offer trips to Africa. We have a series of budget and comfort trips, and new for this year is South America, and of course we do Australia.
I've just returned from leading the London to Sydney trip, which was absolutely fantastic, the journey of a lifetime. We left London at the end of September, quite a chilly autumn morning. We had to be on the embankment at 6:30. We travelled through Western Europe, into Eastern Europe, Serbia, Bulgaria, then into Turkey, and then on into Asia, Iran, India, Nepal, and then over into Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then a flight over to Australia. Obviously, there are certain parts of the world where we had to fly over. We couldn't go overland, such as Pakistan and Burma. There are many different highlights. I think amongst them, my favourite would be the Everest flight. I don't think I'll be standing on the top of Everest, so that was just awesome to see Everest. And Ayers Rock, it's not just a rock. To see it at sunset with a bottle of bubblies, sunrise, and to do the walk all the way around it early in the morning, absolutely fantastic.
I'm in the unusual situation as I now work for OzBus and I'm able to give an inside knowledge on the trips, having started as a passenger on the first London to New York trip. First thing most people ask about the London to New York trip, going overland, is how do you go overland from London to New York? There's a great bit of water in the way. Basically, we use a cruise ship to go for 2 weeks from China to Alaska. It's one of several different forms of transport we use. We're not just a bus on this trip. First section of the journey, which takes around 2.5 weeks, so it's a lot longer than your average family holiday. It takes you through Europe, through Belgium, Germany, Czech Republic, up through Poland, then through the Baltic states and into Russia, through St. Petersburg and Moscow. The next section is completely different again. In Moscow we board the Trans-Siberian Railway, a travel experience in its own right. From Moscow we go through Siberia. That section actually contains 2 of my personal highlights from the trip. Lake Baikal, the deepest freshwater lake in the world, was frozen when we were there. We actually walked across it for 2 kilometres and then watched the sun come down over the mainland. It was a truly stunning moment. And in Mongolia we spent a night in a national park in a ger, which is about as relaxing as it gets. And then from Mongolia we dropped down into China, starting in Beijing for a 10-day loop which takes you through the capital down to Xi'an and back up to Pingyao, Datong and to the Great Wall before returning to Beijing. And then it changes again. After China, it's 2 weeks at sea on a cruise ship. Totally different parts of the trip, totally different to the rest of the adventure. It's a chance to relax and do as little or as much as you like. After the cruise ship, it all changes once more and we hit mainland USA. Starting off in Alaska at Anchorage, and then we head off on a sleeper bus up into the wilds of Alaska. From Alaska we go down the Inside Passage on a series of ferries through Canada, through Vancouver, Seattle, and then turn east through the national parks of North America, and then on to Chicago, Niagara and New York.
OzBus is the most amazing experience. It's a journey of a lifetime and you'll make some lifelong friends.